Greetings, welcome back to Black Bear News, where we are discussing climate change, abrupt climate change, and things adjacent. Thank you always for your commentary and discussion on all the videos. There's a lot to talk about, and you guys keep it interesting, and I appreciate it. So bringing you this news story today, intense heat with near record-breaking temperatures above 40 C locally possible will develop across Benelux, West Germany, and North France this week, July 23rd to the 26th. A development of another potentially record-breaking heat wave is expected this week. Record-breaking heat. What does that mean? Could it mean global warming? Again, similar to the late June intense and record-breaking heat wave for South France, extreme heat will spread across Western Europe, and we could actually see additional new record-breaking temperature values precisely across parts of northeast France. Benelux, or Benelux, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Sorry if I'm not. West Germany by Thursday, as models are hinting at a peak afternoon temperature in excess of 40 C. The highest temperatures ever recorded per country there are 40.3 C in Kinsingen, Germany, 38.0 C in Varnsveld, Netherlands, and 38.2 C in Kleinbrogel, Belgium. Textbook Spanish plume pattern takes place with a deep trough or low over the North Atlantic and strong omega blocking ridge pattern over Western, Central, and Northern Europe. The heat wave ramps up today as pronounced advection of warm air mass begins over the Iberian Peninsula. And you can see here the deep reds affecting all of Europe. And British Isles as well. Very, very hot. And in here, kind of piggybacking on this article, African Plume could bring hottest July day ever on Thursday. This is from the Daily Mail. In England, hottest July day ever on Thursday with 98 Fahrenheit record temperature under threat, as Britain is set to swelter in 3-day heat wave. A heat wave set to hit Britain this week could beat all-time temperature record for July, forecasters say. Warm sunshine is predicted for much of England and Wales from today, with the mercury hitting 84 Fahrenheit or 29 C in southeastern areas. Further north, where rain is due to clear this morning, it could reach 79 Fahrenheit or 26 C. By Wednesday, the warmest areas of southern Britain could reach 97 Fahrenheit or 36 C, which is very toasty for Britain. Let's see if I can get this a little bit better. And it could get even hotter still, raising fears of health problems for the elderly. Again, hot weather, not necessarily. We're getting a bit of a tropical system moving up from Mexico right here in LA. It is quite humid. It's not super warm, it's in the mid 80s or whatever, but very humid for Los Angeles. And what I keep hearing throughout the summer is that it's warmer north of us than it is here, and it's been that way all summer. I hear a lot of reports of San Francisco, Oregon, Seattle, Vancouver, Alaska being warmer than Los Angeles on many days, and that is not normal or typical. What was it? Somebody posted that it was like 31 C, and I forget where they were. Maybe it was British Columbia, over the last couple of days, and that's, and it was late at night, and so that's high 80s. Okay, much warmer than it has been here at night. Let's move on to the next story, which is from a few days ago, July 19th. Satellite images show vast swaths of the Arctic on fire. Vast stretches of Earth's northern latitudes are on fire right now. Hot weather has engulfed a huge portion of the Arctic from Alaska to Greenland to Siberia that's helped create conditions ripe for wildfires, including some truly massive ones, burning in remote parts of the region that are being seen by satellites. Pierre Marcus, satellite imagery processing guru, has documented some of the blazes attacking the forests and peatlands of the Arctic. The imagery reveals the delicate landscapes with braided rivers, towering mountains, and vast swaths of forest, all under a thick blanket of smoke. In Alaska, those images show some of the damage wrought by wildfires that have burned more than 1.6 million acres of land this year. Huge fires have sent smoke streaming into cities earlier this month, riding on the back of Anchorage's first 90-degree day ever recorded. The image below shows some of the more remote fires in Alaska, as well as the Swan Lake fire, which was responsible for the smoke swallowing Anchorage in late June and earlier this month. So you can see, I don't know how easily these will come up, looking like not that easily. So you can see this here pretty clearly, I'm sure. Here and over here. So lots and lots of trails of smoke in Alaska. That can only mean non-good things. Moving on. Yet more indications that we are in not a good place regarding climate change. Lake discovered 11,000 feet high in the Alps in truly alarming sign of climate change. This is from 4 days ago. I have been up there a fair amount of times that I've never seen liquid water up there, says Mountaineer. A mountaineer has captured the formation of an alarming lake high in the French Alps after glacial snow melted in the intense heat wave that gripped Central Europe in late June. Excuse me, doing a couple things at the same time. Oh, and come on back. All right. Brian Mestry was shocked to discover the large pool of water at an altitude of 11,100 feet, or 3,400 meters in the Mount Blanc mountain range, claiming the unusual sight was a worrying sign. Scientists have warned that heat waves in Europe are becoming increasingly frequent. The intense temperatures linked to climate change. Time to sound the alarm. I think they need some alpine blankets for the glaciers up there, or the snow. What do you say, guys? You want to do a GoFundMe to raise money for some alpine blankets? Only 10 days of extreme heat were enough to collapse, melt, and form a lake at the base of the Dent du Gant and the Anguilles Marbre, or Marbries. I don't know. My French enunciation is kind of shabby. He added, "This is truly alarming. Glaciers all over the world are melting at an exponential speed." Sharing the image on Instagram, the French rock climber said he took the photo on June 28th, only 10 days after a fellow mountaineer, Paul Todd Hunter, captured the same area covered in snow. Needless to say, the lake was a real surprise. Apparently, it's not supposed to melt. This is an area that's so high up that it's basically frozen all year round. I have been up there a fair amount of times in June, July, and even August, and I have never seen liquid water up there. But the glaciologist Ludovic Ravenel previously noticed a lake appearing high in the French Alps in 2015 and linked its formation to global warming. Lastly, in this video, I want to cover a pretty good video from Democracy Now! This is Dahr Jamail. And Dahr Jamail is talking politics. And I actually I was not aware of this story before I saw this video. Dahr Jamail basically talking about the fact that there has been a push from Jay Inslee and others, mainly Jay Inslee, for a climate change specific debate among the Democratic candidates for president. And the DNC has said absolutely not. And also, they've also said if you take part in a climate change debate that is not sanctioned by us, outside of, the DNC sanctioned debate forum, you will not be allowed to take place in further debates. So they are threatening the candidates with expulsion from future debates about climate change. This is how badly they don't want to talk about climate change. So when you say that Democrats are somehow different or better than Republicans, or at least the Democratic Party, the Democratic establishment, let's say that. Because there are Democrats within the Democratic Party who are trying to change things, and they are getting a huge amount of pushback from the establishment Democrats, from the corporate Democrats, the Pelosi, Schumer wing of the Democratic Party. They're pushing on, they're trying to push back against the more lefty wing of the party, the Ocasio-Cortez, Omar, Presley wing of the party. And there's this huge battle going on, and now, and then Trump's jumped into it, et cetera, et cetera. Let me assure you, this is about corporate power, maintaining corporate power. It is somewhat about racism, but not totally about racism. And I know a lot of people want to make it about racism. It is not about racism. It is about the fact that the corporate power on the right, in the Republican ranks and the Democratic ranks, want to shut these people up, because these people are actually talking about real issues, and they want to make it everything but the real issues. That being said, Trump is a flaming racist, and I'm sure many of the corporate Democrats, have a fair amount of racism, accidental or otherwise, in their bones. And there's actually a really excellent interview with Cornel West. I think I'll see if I can dig it up. I probably won't link it in this video, but I would like to link it in a future video where Cornel West really breaks down the fact that everybody has white supremacy in them, even black people. And he said, look, I have white supremacy in me. And but I am aware of it, and I do my best to mitigate the effects of it. He said, yes, there are people, some candidates, some politicians, some people that are doing better at mitigating the effects of their white supremacy. And he's like, Trump is doing an absolutely terrible job of overcoming his white supremacy. It's just spilling out all over. It's really enlightening, enlightened, and also funny at the same time. If I can find that video, I'll link it in a future video. But anyways, Dahr Jamail calling out the Democratic Party for being the pieces of shit that they are. For being the corporate, yay, go military, go block any kind of progressive change party that they actually are. So, if you really want to be a good Democrat, get behind the progressive people that are trying to change things and actually help people and squash the corporate power that's taken over our entire government. That's all I have for you in this video. Thank you so much for your eyes, your ears, and your conscience. If you would like to support this channel, you can do so at the links below. Until next time, peace.